Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday, so today we're going to have a little bit of fun with our coffee chat. I don't really have a Rediscover Me coffee chat planned today because yesterday was a goals focused form day. So that means you're supposed to go through your goals for the week and identify anything that got in the way of your goals and set some for the week ahead and all that good stuff. So I thought we'd talk about something today that is fun to me. I don't know if it's going to be fun to you or not. We're going to talk about personality typing and personality tests and the Enneagram and all that good stuff. So last fall, I did a coffee chat on being a highly sensitive person, an HSP. And I think that all of this stuff aligns really well with self-care because it's about getting to know ourselves better. And I think when you really know yourself, you can truly love yourself and appreciate who you are and how you're made. And that self-love is at the core of all things healthy. So when I did the coffee chat on being a highly sensitive person, it really resonated with a lot of you because you were like, oh my gosh, I never realized that this is how I'm wired. This is how I'm designed. And the things that I thought made me wrong that were just part of this highly sensitive personality trait, it helped me to gain some self-acceptance and to see that there were other people out there like me, that it wasn't wrong that I had such an extreme reaction to violence or couldn't watch the news or have to avoid loud music or all these other things that come along with this personality that a lot of people through your lifetime may have said to you, what's wrong with you? Why can't you handle this? Why can't you deal with this? And I think that resonated with a lot of you because you grew up with that same feeling and maybe some shame around that and feeling like you were different or you were wrong. But so if you haven't watched that coffee chat on being an HSP, a highly sensitive person, which is not what today's coffee chat's about. So I'll move on to that in a minute. But if you haven't seen that, please go back and watch it. It is on my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is Alison Lumbatis, Alison with one L. Lumbatis, Lumbatis. And while you're there, subscribe because I'm doing a giveaway for my YouTube subscribers only. I just started the channel about a month ago, so I'm sharing some bonus content over there. You can catch up on coffee chats over there. There's some stuff over there that I hope you guys will find fun, and it's a little outside my comfort zone, so I'm trying this out. But for every 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway, so stay tuned to that. We have 1,400-ish right now, so we already have our first 1,000. When we get to our second 1,000, we're going to do another giveaway. So definitely subscribe over there. It's going to be a good one. So stay tuned. I'll give you more info on that soon. But back to today's topic, which is personality typing and the Enneagram. So back in college, I was a psychology major and I worked in the psych department. And one of my favorite jobs in the summer was I got to score as Pennsylvania state employees were onboarded. Our university provided their personality testing. So I got to score their Myers-Briggs personality assessments. And I thought it was really fascinating. I majored in psychology because I wanted to learn what made people tick. And it's something that's just kind of been a theme throughout my life. So I didn't really think about it beyond college. My 20s and 30s happened. The 20s were about, honestly, survival and getting that first job and all the good stuff that comes along in your 20s and getting married and starting to have a family. And my 30s were really focused on raising kids and, working in my office job and all that stuff. And I feel like my 40s have given me the gift of introspection and being able to refocus on myself and, self-discovery and all that good stuff. So I really didn't start to dig into personality assessments and typing until a couple years ago. And I was like so fascinated with it. One Thanksgiving, I had everybody who came to our house do a personality test and talk about it. And it was just a lot of fun and gave us all insight into each other and into ourselves. And I think that the more that we understand ourselves and others, the better we can relate to them. I've done the personality test with everyone in my family, the Enneagram typing with them too. And I also like to research how the different types work together and how they relate to one another. So one of the things that I shared with them was the personality test at 16personalities.com, and I have links for this if you're watching on Facebook. But on that site, this is where you're going to find out your 5 personality aspects. So this is basically the Myers-Briggs personality typing, if you're familiar with that at all. If not, you may have heard people mention, I'm an INFJ, or I'm an whatever other ones there are. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but anyway, there are 5 different personality aspects that when they combine, they create your personality type. So those 5 aspects are your mind, your energy, your nature, your tactics, and your identity. And so the first one is your mind, and this is the aspect that shows how you interact with your surroundings. So what you may have heard this referred to throughout your life is, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? So introverts prefer solitary activities and they get exhausted by social interaction. They tend to be quite sensitive to external stimulation like sound, sight, or smell in general. I'm an introvert, hello. Extroverts prefer group activities and get energized by social interaction. They tend to be more enthusiastic and more easily excited than introverts. So that is the first letter on the scale. The next one is energy, and that's going to make up whether you're an I or an E. All right, so the next one is energy, and this determines how we see the world and process information. So observant individuals are S's on this aspect, and they're highly practical, pragmatic, and down to earth. They tend to have strong habits and focus on what is happening or has already happened. Whereas intuitive individuals, who are the N on this aspect, are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities. I'm an N. All right, so next up is nature, and this aspect determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. So T's are thinking individuals who focus on objectivity and rationality, prioritizing logic over emotions. They tend to hide their feelings and see efficiency as more important than cooperation. F's are feeling individuals, and they're sensitive and emotionally expressive. They are more empathic and less competitive than thinking types and focus on social harmony and cooperation. I am an F. And then the last one is tactics, and this aspect reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. So J's are judging individuals. They're decisive, thorough, and highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. I'm a J. And P's are prospecting individuals who are very good at improvising and spotting opportunities. They tend to be flexible, relaxed nonconformists who prefer keeping their options open. All right, so all these letters combined whenever you take your test to let you know which combination of these 4 aspects you are. And then there's some typing that goes on that's kind of like an overriding category, I guess you could call it. So the analysts are INTJs, INTPs, ENTJs, ENTPs, and you can do more research on this on 16personalities.com. And once you figure out what you are, do go in and read what your type is, how you relate to other people. I am an INFJ, which is the advocate, and I'm described as quiet and mystical, yet very inspiring and tireless idealist. Totally me. I completely relate with that. And the fun thing is it also tells you which celebrities or famous people or historical figures share your personality type. So I found that really interesting. It lists all your strengths and weaknesses of your type, your romantic relationships, your friendships, how effective you are as a parent and what can help you out with parenting skills, career paths that best suit your personality. And this was super eye-opening for me, especially the first time I took this. I never really considered what I'm doing as a career path earlier on in my life, and I'm not even sure why, because this aligns with my personality so incredibly well. Workplace habits and lots of other cool, insightful things. So another thing it does is tells you the dark side of your personality. So some of the things within your personality that can trip you up and hold you back. And I think, again, awareness is key. Yeah, there are certain things about your personality that you can't change, but you can change your actions. So I found that really fascinating too. So that test is at 16personalities.com. And now we're going to talk a little bit about Enneagram. And there's a fast test if you've never figured out your Enneagram type. This is kind of like next level personality typing and testing. So this will give you even more insights. So definitely do the 16 personalities test first and then move on to the Enneagram test. And there's a quick test at enneagramtest.net. It's ENNEAGRAM test.net. And this one is going to give you the 3 types that you could be. And I recommend reading all 3 of those types to see which one resonates most with you. I could see myself in all 3 of the types, but there was definitely one for me that I was like, yeah, that one hits me right here. That feels like definitely the one that I am. So that Enneagram testing is really interesting. And again, I think it's super insightful, especially when you're dealing with people of different types, because you can see what's the best way for you to handle them and how they're thinking and feeling. And Craig and I did this and sat down and we actually brought Aubrey into and went through each of our different types and talked about how we relate to one another. I read a book, I think it's called The Road Back to You, and it's about the Enneagram, which gives you some further insights into how you relate with other Enneagram types. So I found that really interesting, but I want you guys to check that one out too. I am probably a 5. I think I definitely relate most with Enneagram type 5s, which are investigators. We love to research and dig in and figure things out. I relate with 1s and 3s too, which are the reformer and the achiever, but I think I'm mostly the investigator, which is the intense cerebral type, perceptive, innovative, and I can be a bit isolated. That's true. But anyway, I want you to do 3 things today. You have homework like every day. So your first thing is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shameless promotion, right? No, I am going to do a fun giveaway over there. So I want you guys to subscribe. You are going to be happy if you win this giveaway. So it's Alison Lumbatis is the YouTube channel. Number 2, take the personality test at 16personalities.com and comment and let me know what you are. And then the third one is to take the Enneagram test at enneagramtest.net and also let me know what Enneagram type relates to you. And then I want you to take some time to reflect on your findings and possibly even journal about them. You know, how does it make you feel to have the realizations of your personality type? And do you see that there are benefits to this, especially if it's something that you've struggled with? I feel like, you know, my personality testing revealed some things about myself that I kind of was like, I don't know if I want that to be one of my traits. So, you know, just accepting that, and if there is something that comes up there, you know, what are some of the frustrations that you have with your personality, and what are some things that you can do to overcome that? So have fun this weekend, play around with this, and it could be a fun party game. If you have some people over, you're having a dinner party or something, have everyone check out their personality types and share them with each other. So share your insights with me. I'm excited to hear them. I geek out on this stuff big time, so I would love to hear what you find out and what the discoveries mean to you. So have an awesome weekend, and I will see you, actually I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, because we're going to be talking about Health and Wellness Week for this Rediscover Me Challenge and kicking that off tomorrow morning. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.